What's going on, y'all, man? It's LA Rich and we back with another vid, man. And look, today we got the one and only Charlie Kirk back on the channel with him doing a video titled Charlie Kirk Triggers BLM Clad White Liberal. Now, this is probably one of the most interesting topics on here, and I constantly see this all the time. And what I always say about this, man, you know what, I'll just wait to the video. If she brings it up, then I'll say it. But before we get into this video, what I want to say is thank y'all so much for helping me hit 12.7 thousand subscribers. We're on the road to 12.8 now. I appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some more videos to react to, whether it's from Charlie Kirk or anybody else. And I have seen the names y'all have been putting. One of the number one names I've seen has been Sharpino. It's Sharpino, or hold on, because his name will pop up if I Ben Shapiro. That's what it is, man. I know that name sounded familiar. The last name, it was around there, but Ben Shapiro, that was one of the number one names I've been seeing. So be on the lookout for a reaction of his debates and everything too. But yeah, y'all keep on commenting those people for me to react to them, and I'll make sure to do it. But hey, enough of the talking, man. Let's get into this video.
Now, life expectancy is actually decreased. This is middle-aged white men. The reason for this is actually mostly self-induced.
Sure, so life expectancy has nearly doubled since 1900.
No, I'm talking about specifically for white men since 2000.
Correct, so if you could let me finish the sentence without getting 6 words into it, I let you talk about whatever you wanted to talk about. The byproduct of why white men are having lower life expectancy since 2000 is self-induced.
You slow down. I'm sorry. It's
Am I talking too fast for you?
Yes, okay. You are actually.
Okay, then I'll slow down. It is self-induced, meaning they are making bad choices. So America is a wonderful country because if you make good choices, you get rewarded, and if you make bad choices, you have bad things happen to you. So let me ask you a question. What is the primary cause of death for middle-aged white men?
No, so my question...
No, answer the question because you're a subject matter expert on this.
I know, that's what I was going to say. Can you clarify? You said the reason that this issue is that they are making bad choices.
So what is the primary...
This is the entire population of middle-aged white men.
Right, so if you can answer my question, since you're a subject matter expert at it, what is the primary cause of death for middle-aged white men?
Cancer or heart disease.
What is the
heart disease. Everyone heard you say
what is the number one reason for heart disease?
Okay, so let's move along from that.
So are facts something you don't want to talk about tonight?
I am talking about facts, and what I was asking you is life expectancy for middle-aged men has decreased since 2000. This is a fact.
This is heart disease,
which
is a byproduct.
No, I just said this study showed the reason life expectancy is decreased is attributed to, I agreed with you, those are the main causes of death, but the reason that life expectancy has decreased since 2000 is because of self-induced harm. And all I was saying is you made a claim that life expectancy has increased. It hasn't. And
Since
for this group, that is mainly the demographic that is interested in you.
What was life expectancy in 1900?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
What was life expectancy in 1900?
Much lower. So it's increased exponentially over time. It has for every group. But then at 2000, there was a change. In 2000, there was a change.
Right.
And for men, they started to decrease.
It was a byproduct of surpluses and having food everywhere at all times.
It has nothing to do with obesity. This is self-induced harm that is causing this.
So let's walk through this. What is the number one cause of death for middle-aged white men?
That's not what I'm talking about. So I have another thing to say.
Heart disease. What is the number one precursor for heart disease?
So I think we've both made whatever point we wanted to make. So can I ask
I'm still trying to figure out yours, but yes, please do.
That's okay. So my second question is...
And I would like to get to your shirt at some point too, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's a Black Lives Matter shirt. I feel like we are unable to have any sort of actual conversation, which is not what I came here thinking.
You are entitled to your own opinion. You are not entitled to your own facts.
These are not my own facts. I could provide studies and citations for everything I've said tonight. I haven't heard you do that.
I mean, everything, you can easily reference everything.
You said things that I know are factually wrong. This is coming from research.
Name one.
That life expectancy has increased for every group in America.
Since 1900, which is what I said.
Well, since 2000, it has not increased for white men.
Because they're making bad choices. Heart disease is the number one killer of middle-aged white men. What causes heart disease? Overeating, sedentary lifestyle, not working out, indulging in alcohol, and drugs too much, which is a byproduct of our amazing surpluses made possible by the free market system. You know what the number one cause of death in Venezuela is? Starvation. I would rather have a culture where we're trying to have people join gym memberships in a New Year resolution, not eat zoo animals.
Thank you for the conversation.
I'd like to talk about your shirt, though.
I would not like to talk about that.
Okay, well, the fact that the entire...
Well, damn. Hey, she completely got herself away from that damn conversation, man. I'm talking about even walked away from the mic. Damn.
About that.
Okay, well, the fact that the entire Black Lives Matter movement is built on factually incorrect and in identity politics try to separate America, would love to have a conversation about it, but it's good because your friend's wearing the same shirt, so we could talk about that. So, thank you for being here tonight. I mean that sincerely, but go ahead.
What do you think socialism is? Because I think you're misunderstood.
Socialism is what I see, which is the implementation of totalitarian control on the means of the best interest of people under the guise of the failed doctrine of Marx and Engels.
That's wrong.
Just because you say it wrong doesn't make you right.
Just because you say I'm wrong doesn't make you right.
No, it actually does, because everywhere socialism has been implemented, you've seen catastrophic human deaths.
I'll let you know what socialism is.
Well, what makes you a subject matter expert on the 100 million people that have died?
Are you a subject matter expert on that?
I actually am.
Are you?
Yes.
Do you have a degree in it?
Just because you have a degree doesn't mean you know more than other people.
Do you do research on it?
Plenty, more than you.
Do you?
Yeah, let's talk about socialism and communism, because I can name all 75 failed Marxist examples on 5 continents over the last 100 years.
I think you're misunderstood as to what Marxism is.
So give me one example of where Marxism has been implemented successfully.
I will say, man, now, I don't go and obviously check the facts, or the stats that charliekirk says, but in a lot of the videos, bro, this guy is informed on a lot of topics, man. I mean, I've seen people bring up topics that I would literally not expect him to know anything about. This guy knows everything about it. He will cite websites, information, everything, man. I mean, he's informed on a lot of topics, bro. I'll say that.
Is worker, not government.
Okay, so give me one example of where that exists.
It doesn't exist right now.
No, you're wrong, actually, because in America, over 4 million people work in employee-owned companies. So the very model
that's not a
they
country.
own the means of production. Yes,
no, that's
they
not
own
a
the
country
company.
based on socialist principles.
No, you're right. It's actually a free
That's
market country that allows your worldview to be implemented successfully and peacefully. So Publix, the largest grocery store in America, is employee-owned.
That's not socialism.
But you just said it's workers owning the means of production.
Yeah, in an entire
So you want to
country.
force that upon someone else,
No,
correct?
I don't.
So what if
I'm actually an anarchist.
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about it, though. So, it's okay. It's okay. She came here tonight. It's fine. So
Capitalism is antagonistic to anarchism, by the way.
Is anti what?
Is antagonistic. Can you hear me? Antagonistic to anarchism.
So you're an anarchist that is saying good things about socialism.
Yeah, because I believe in the communal ability of people to work together to come to the best.
So you have a lot of problems with the current system, right?
Basing an entire economic system on capital, on wealth, is not the best for each person in the world.
So you would want to live in a communal society, essentially, right? So why don't you go live like the Amish right now and go do it, because they live in a communal society?
That's not the point.
No, the point is you're advocating for a governmental worldview. I'm never going to tell you how to live your life. Why are you telling me how to live mine?
I'm not arguing for a governmental
You're arguing for a lack there of one, which is one.
No.
Then why don't you go live like an anarchist off the grid? Why are you telling me how to live my life?
That's not off the grid. Anarchism isn't off the grid.
Well, why don't you go live like an anarchist right now?
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm living by anarchist principles within a capitalist society, which means I'm fighting for anarchist principles.
So you're cool with a capitalist society because I'm allowing you to live like an anarchist.
No.
But then, hold on.
And this kind of brings back to the argument on people constantly having bad to say about America or things that they don't like in America, just pouring out pure hate towards America in general. And you'll say to them, well, why don't you move, or why don't you leave? And then their response will be, well, because I'm fighting for a change. I'm fighting for this to happen, this. And say if one of them is 50 years old, and in 50 years it still hasn't changed to what you would want society to be. I mean, at what point do you ever just think well, why don't I get up and go? That's why I don't really, I can't really get that argument on you're just fighting for it. But I, I don't know, man. People gonna think what they want to think.
I'm allowing you to live like an anarchist.
No.
But then, hold on. So why do you want to tell me how to live?
I'm not telling you how to live, Dad.
Are you? So you're okay?
You're telling me how to live. I'm not telling you how to live.
You're okay with me to have 3 houses and 6 yachts?
I don't think that's very cool, but...
Not cool, but you want to take them away from me?
No, I didn't say that.
So you'd be okay with me having $1 billion?
No.
So you're okay with, so then what's wrong with the current system we live in again?
It is not based on the best outcome for each person. It's based on the wealthy getting wealth off of making the poorer poor.
Just because someone gets rich doesn't mean someone gets poor.
Yes, it does.
Explain that to me.
In this society, it does.
Explain that to me. When you bought your hat, who got poor?
The people who made the hat.
They voluntarily contributed their labor and they got paid for it.
No, they did not.
They didn't?
There's workers in other countries who are enslaved to make things that I'm wearing right now.
Then why would you buy it?
Because there's no other options in our capitalist country. There are no other options in our capitalist country.
That's totally and factually incorrect. Make your own clothes.
There aren't very many options for that.
Well, so what you're trying to say is you outsource your goods and services in a capital voluntary because you don't want to spend the time to go make your own clothes. No, what I'm trying to say is you're making the argument for you. I don't make my own clothes because I'm happy that someone in Southeast Asia gets a job so that I don't have to go make my own clothes. I'm actually really happy about that. Restate your question. Restate the question.
And then they burn alive in factories for making your clothes?
I'm really happy that Southeast Asia is experiencing an economic renaissance so I don't have to go make my own clothes. In fact, some of these clothes are made in Italy because they're quite expensive.
So you're happy that people burn alive in factories so you can buy your clothes for cheaper?
I think that's a wonderful thing.
Okay, you're happy that people burn alive in factories. That's what you just said. Thank you.
Thank you for your feeling-induced emotional argument, and henceforth, we prove it again.
Man, that was a pretty, I mean, the topics were all over the place. And now let's read what the comments got to say. Yes, she buys clothes from people that hire slaves. What a hypocrite. That is crazy to think about. On that argument right there that he said about, the people that make her clothes and everything, that was a very good point to make. And it left her really having nothing to say after that because, man, you're saying all this, but you're buying those clothes from people that are slaves and are making your clothes. You get what I'm saying? And they're becoming more poor or just their life is becoming worse from them when you buy their damn clothes that they made. You get what I'm saying? So, and then she says because that's the only option. But then Charlie said, well, you can go make your own clothes. You can't. Well, it's nothing you can really say after that. You get what I'm saying? But let's read the comments. There's nothing worse than the confidence of stupid people is decreased because most of us would rather die than listen to this girl. And imagine this being this woman. The girl in the red hat was so completely la la land lost. These are college kids. Do not hire. She is arguing she can't make her own clothes. Walmart sells fabric and sewing machines. Look, that's another thing with America, man. I mean, whichever lane, journey, career, whatever you want to choose, you can do it. So it should never be no, I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Because, hey, there's plenty of ways you can make it happen living in America, man. It's so frustrating when people are wrong and smug about it. Don't you realize that the slavery she is complaining about largely exists in socialist countries? Okay, 2 dummies in a row. Hey, man. The 2-girl summary, I have no argument, so I'm leaving. That's the funny part, bro. The people, and this happens a lot of the ones that I've watched of Charlie debate. When people have nothing to say, they will try to get Charlie to say something or, put something to where it's like, everybody heard that, he's the bad guy. I'm out now. Just so they don't have to argue no more because they feel like they lost that at a certain point. But hey, thank y'all so much for helping me hit 12.6 thousand subscribers. 12.7 thousand. We on the road to 12.8. I appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, that's going to go ahead and close out the video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And it's LA Rich, and I'm getting up out of here, man. All right, y'all.
And it up, they flipped off everyone. I just got the race, I boosted up, that I'm not real, son. Shooter ready, go, they ready, blaze, they hit up everyone. Every time I didn't give a shit, I still ain't number one. In my pockets filled with money, bitch, like fucking